to another empties video. It's that time of the week where I take you through my trash. Take you through the products that I've used up. 8 empties, 8 products that I've either loved, hated, didn't care for, would repurchase, wouldn't repurchase. You know what I'm saying? You know the drill by now. And if you want to see more of these, make sure you subscribe and turn that little bell on if you fancy. And I'm just going to get straight on into it. Finn is right beside me here, and he's licking areas of himself that I don't care to mention. So if you can hear the squelching noises, I can't make him stop, and he's got to do it. It's part of his daily routine. This is his get ready get ready with Finn. Just hear him like. Anywho, I'm going to jump straight on into it with the first item. I've got this big bag of goodies next to me. Well, used up goodies, or maybe not goodies, baddies, we'll find out. But the first one on the top is this, and this is the Ethique. I never know how to pronounce this brand, but they basically do plastic free products, so solid shampoo, solid conditioner, body wash. This was a sweet orange and vanilla butter block, so basically a body moisturizer. They also do cleansers, solid serums. I really like some of their stuff, and I really dislike some of their stuff. There's no in between. This, I feel like I disliked it. Love this brand, don't get me wrong. I love their solid shampoo, their solid conditioner. I think they're really, really good. They do little trial packs. I think they are decently priced compared to some brands. You can get them in Holland and Barrett, and I love the vibe of the brand, and I will definitely purchase more from them. But this, I would not repurchase. In fact, I think they sent me this, but I wouldn't purchase it myself. So this basically came in this block. You can see it was contained in this sort of greaseproof paper thing. It did have sort of like naturally sourced perfume in it. It smelled really nice. I love that sort of sweet orange and vanilla scent. It smells like a candle, but it just did not sink into the skin. No matter how I applied it, it didn't seem to sink into the skin. Whether that was after a shower, after a bath, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, it just always left me feeling sort of sticky and kind of just oily and just not very nice. It wasn't an enjoyable experience using this. But I will say that even the Lush Solid Charity Pot, I don't find sinks very well into my skin. So I don't know, maybe if you've got drier skin than me, this might work for you. But for some reason it didn't work for me. So I like the brand, but I would not purchase this myself, unfortunately. Next up, this was the Inky List Salicylic Acid Cleanser. Came in this little tube. I really like the Inky List. I've been trying their... what's it called? It's not hyaluronic acid, it begins with P, poly something acid, which I haven't made a decision on, but I have also been trying their hair care. If you haven't heard of this brand, they're similar to The Ordinary. So they launched with skincare, and it's all very affordable, all very simple, and they recently came out with some hair care. It's like skincare for hair, which I'm really enjoying testing out because I think it's quite innovative, but it might just be a gimmick. So I'm not really sure. So for example, I picked up their vitamin C for your hair, supposed to make your hair brighter. Their shea nourishing oil, which is not oily. It's the formulations for me are quite interesting. So I am a fan of the brand, and I am a big fan of this as well. This was a gel cleanser, which is not regular for me. I usually go for cream cleansers because I have more sensitive skin. I like something that is gentle, nourishing, still cleans my skin but doesn't strip it. And historically, when I've tried gel cleansers, they're a bit stripping. That said, I haven't really tried them properly for the past few years, so maybe formulations have come quite a long way. Maybe they've just improved, but I really enjoyed this because I didn't think it was stripping at all, but it definitely cleaned your skin quite thoroughly. And also, because it's got salicylic acid in it, which is a physical exfoliant, it's only 2%. I think it's 2% off the top of my head. It's quite a low percentage, so it's not going to be intense, it's not going to sting. And if you want to introduce physical exfoliants to your skincare routine, but if you've got sensitive skin, you're a bit scared of going straight in with like a peeling solution or something like that, I really, really recommend this because I found it did a good job around my nose for sebaceous filaments, blackheads, all that jazz. And I just thought it was a nice cleanser, affordable, good stuff. Next up in the big bag of goodies, I like to do this as a lucky dip. Don't know what I'm gonna get until I pull it out. Oh, okay, different. This was the Optibac Optimum Friendly Bacteria, basically probiotics, and these are certified gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian, all that jazz. And I don't usually mention supplements too often on my channel, but I do like to take a probiotic. I don't take it every single day, I won't lie to you, because they are quite expensive, and I think that every other day is fine, or maybe like 3 times a week is fine. But I need to get back into taking these because I have their vitamin C ones. It's just handy to have vitamin C and probiotics all in one tablet, and they're really easy to take. I love how they're not I hate powdery tablets, you know, powdery supplements that are kind of, they don't have any coating or anything, whereas these have a little container. Bit of a different one for me, but that's that. Next up is a oil. This was the, oh, looks a bit gross, doesn't it? This is pretty old, but this was the, I've been collecting this stuff for quite a while, by the way, if I didn't mention, at least 2 years. So this is a bit janky for that reason, but this was the Sukin certified organic rosehip oil, and I love rosehip oil. It's one of my favourite ingredients in products or just on its own. It really, I don't know if you can see, obviously I've got makeup on, but can you see this scar here from where I smashed my nose open? Good times. I had this scar, like an L-shaped scar on my nose, and the main thing that's helped me is get rid of that scar and the inflammation and the redness, as well as my acne scars actually, is working in rosehip oil. This is not just the rosehip oil, it's using it and massaging the skin. I feel like really helps, and now you can hardly even see it. You can kind of see the indent, but in terms of the redness, yeah, it's basically gone. Not really loyal to any rosehip oils, so I like the Tropic one, their Omega, whatever it's called, I like that one. Oh, the pie one. The pie one is the best. It is the most expensive. This one I think is probably like £12. I don't think it's too expensive, but the pie one is just delightful. It's so good. It's honestly really, it's definitely worth the money, even though it is expensive. It's really good. Next up, what number are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was the Bybi CBD booster. I love these boosters. They are my favourite products from Bybi by a mile. I think these are a really great product, even for someone who's not that into skincare. I love these. Basically the idea behind them is you can add them to your face cream, you can kind of boost your face cream, you can use them on their own. They're basically face oils, but they've got blueberry, strawberry, CBD, bakuchiol and buriti. I think those are the boosters they've got. My favourites are the strawberry one. I really want to try the blueberry one, but it's always out of stock. And the CBD. I find they're very soothing and just very nourishing face oils. This is 100 milligrams CBD and hemp oil blended together. And yeah, I just found it's very soothing for sensitive skin. I use it as like an finishing oil, if you know what I mean. I don't tend to mix it with my moisturiser, but I have done in the past and it works quite well. And yeah, I think they're great. And they're only £12, to which I would say originally I thought was quite expensive because the bottle's quite small, but that's because I used to smother my face in it. And you don't need to do that. You really just need a couple of drops. On the back it says calming booster to help ease redness, reduce breakouts and relax areas of irritation. I do think this one in particular is really soothing, and I like it a lot, and I would definitely repurchase it. And if you fancy trying any of these boosters, I do have an affiliate code with Bybi. It is Becky20, so you get 20% off orders over £20, I think, but I'll leave the information down below if you want to check it out. Recommendations would be the boosters. I really like the night cream as well. I think that's a very nice lightweight night cream. It's not that intensely rich, which is what I tend to love of a nighttime. I like a really thick, almost like a face mask kind of hydration, but it is a nice lightweight night cream and it does the job really well. So I do recommend that one, especially if you've got oily skin or if you just don't like heavy products on your face before you go to bed. I think the night cream is good. So yeah, that's my recommendation, and my code I'll leave down below. If you fancy, you don't have to use it. You can just buy them of your own accord, but 20% off, I mean. Next up, we've got I wonder what this was. I was like, oh, what's that feel like? This was a candle. I don't really mention candles in these empties videos, but this was a vegan candle and it's by the brand Helm London. And I have a real, side note, I have a real passion for candles. Like I'm a bit of a candle, I wouldn't say connoisseur, but I would say I'm just an enthusiast. I love candles, I love them. And I love discovering new brands, like smaller brands of vegan candles, going on Etsy, trying out new ranges. And I picked these up at the beginning of lockdown, I think it was, and they took about a month to arrive. Like it was pretty ridiculous. I don't know if I would recommend this brand on that premise, which pains me to say because the candles were fine. Like the candles, I love the, I think they burned really well. Like they burnt really evenly. This looks like it burnt quite unevenly, but that's because I was adding wax in from another candle that I was trying to use up. I like to get creative with it, but they actually burnt really, really evenly, and it was like a wooden wick, if that makes any sense. So this was their cocoa butter scent, which I also got their fresh lemon scent and their tobacco and vanilla, which smell really, really good. They're not the strongest like room filling scent candles ever, if that makes any sense. That wasn't very good English, but they smell fine and they burn, like I say, really well. Vegan wax, obviously, came in a glass jar with a wooden lid. They are a very nice luxury candle. They're about £25 each, so they are quite expensive. But this one I had printed. This was the main reason I wanted to get it, but it says, can you see? Can you see what it says? Cruelty free Becky. It me. Bit lame, but also sometimes you just gotta. So yes, I probably wouldn't repurchase from this brand, because I had such a nightmare getting it from them, and they would say, oh, it's going to arrive tomorrow, and it didn't, and that happened quite a few times. But they did eventually refund me, which was very, very, very kind of them. And I think they were just having like I don't know what it was, because it was almost like they were having a hectic time, but then they'd promise, oh, we've sent your parcel out next day delivery, and then it didn't arrive. And I was thinking, I don't really mind, but don't say it's going to arrive and then it's not arriving. Do you know what I mean? It was, yeah, a bit frustrating, but there's many, 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 many worse things going on in the world. So probably wouldn't repurchase, but they're a nice handmade artisan candle brand to check out if you fancy. You probably wouldn't have those problems. It was probably just my parcel. All right, next up is, oh, a deodorant. Okay, this is another Sukin product. This was their natural deodorant, aluminium and paraben free. This I did not care for. I would not repurchase this. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It reminds me of the Neil's Yard deodorant. It's just, I don't know what it's trying to do. It's just a little bit of sort of like faintly scented water, I feel like. It's got aloe vera in, alcohol, some different extracts and essential oils, but it doesn't actually do anything compared to my Schmidt's deodorant, which I love. And I've also been trying the new Kosas, don't know how you pronounce that brand, but their new deodorant, which is a chemical exfoliant deodorant. So I've got the unscented version, and it's basically got AHAs in, so it's supposed to exfoliate the top layer of your skin. I don't really know how it works, to be honest, but I suppose deodorant keeps, well, like when you get BO, it's because of that build-up of sweat and the bacteria that grows in the sweat after it's been there for a while. So I suppose exfoliating that keeps you fresh. Anyway, I've been using those two deodorants and I love them, but this one is not good. So yeah, this is a hard pass for me. Would not repurchase. And last but not least, oh, I want to find a good one. I never know what I'm going to get until I hope it's something I like. I always like ending these videos on a high. Oh, okay. This is not a bad one to end on. This was the Purito Centella Green Level Buffet Serum. This was basically a hydrating, plumping serum, like a kind of slimy serum, you know, like how hyaluronic acids are kind of slimy. It had a couple different acids in it actually, and I did really like this. I think that it was really, really good. I love, like, Purito is one of my favourite brands. They just can do no wrong. I just would not repurchase the scented version of this. I would definitely get the unscented version, because this had lavender oil in and lemon oil, maybe not lemon actually. It had two kinds of essential oils in, which I don't really feel like you need in a serum. So I would repurchase this, but I would get the unscented version. So yeah, that is the end of my video, the end of my empties. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of these, make sure you subscribe, and hopefully I shall see you very soon. Bye!